Well, it is not going to be a boring weather day today, is it?
I hope not. Well, actually, it would be nice if it was,
True.
but no, today a first alert weather day for us.
Another one.
It is another one because yesterday we were talking about smoke.
Right.
We've got that out there right now. The plus is that's going to go away,
Okay.
but we're going to replace it with strong to severe thunderstorms. So,
Yeah, it was still smoky when I left here yesterday around 5:36.
yeah, the last air quality I saw, which was at 6 a.m., and of course, get an update every hour, it was unhealthy. It was where we were. And, if those were out early on, maybe out walking the dog or something, you probably were smelling that smoke. But the winds are going to pick up today, so that should kind of mix things up and get it out of the way.
All right.
Which is good. But the downside is today is a first alert weather day, and today our first alert weather day is due to severe thunderstorms. Noon to 9 p.m. is kind of the big chunk of time we need to keep an eye on
that's
things.
a big window.
It is a big window. We can kind of narrow that window down to, let's say about 4 to 8.
I was going to say that's people going on lunch, driving home.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it could happen anytime.
Right.
It's going to be hot. It's going to be humid, and there are already storms that are severe that are going on back to our west. Damaging winds, heavy rainfall, our biggest threats. But we can't rule out hail. We can't rule out a little spin-up tornado, too. So
what mid-Michigan they're just recovering from last week's hail.
Yeah, well, and this is going to, that last week it was a quick hitter. It came at when it was gone in a couple of hours. Today, there could be several rounds.
Okay.
So not good news at all. Now, the Storm Prediction Center, they have our area right now, all of us, in an enhanced risk of severe weather.
That's a little bit higher than yesterday.
Yes, it was. Yesterday, we were in marginal and slight, and then we had an enhanced with an update that came out. But now, all of us are in the enhanced risk, which is level 3 of 5. We normally don't go that high. We're normally, level 2 is kind of the peak for us. Again, we're thinking high winds the biggest threat. Any thunderstorm just producing torrential rainfall today. And, large hail, it's not as big of a threat as we had with last week's storms, but there's a threat, always a threat with thunderstorms like this. And the tornado threat, again, it's not zero. And we don't talk about that very often either.
We don't.
Okay, you take a look outside right now. We do have some smoke in the air, and we got a lot of sunshine. A day like today, you don't want to see sunshine in the morning before the storms come because the air is, you warm it up, it becomes more unstable.
Okay.
So, it's kind of like you turn the water or you turn the stove up on the water sitting on the stove, and what does it do? It starts to bubble.
Eventually, yeah.
Eventually. It gets, warms up and it becomes more unstable. Well, that is, we got that sun out there right now and the smoke in the air too. I would like to see the clouds kind of rush in here and kind of slow this warming a little bit, but so far, that does not look like what is going to happen. So here is the satellite picture, and most of us seeing some sun. There's some high clouds. High clouds don't do much stopping the sun from warming things up. You look out over Lake Michigan, you can see a few more clouds, and then we kind of expand this view out a little bit and take a look at what we have going on in Wisconsin this morning. I mean, what time is it here? It's 8, so it's 7 o'clock in the morning there, and they are already dealing with severe storms and have been dealing with severe storms, well, throughout the night. I mean, this particular line of storms there north of Madison, heavy rainfall being reported. Matter of fact, I can show you how much rain they're getting there. Let me see if it pops up there. It's coming down at about 0.6 of an inch an hour. That's a lot of rain. It was, there are some spots in there, it's like an inch an hour. Now, the storm is moving, but still, it's very heavy rain in a short amount of time.
Bit of purple in there, which is pretty rare to see.
It is. Let's see if we can maybe see what the rain rate is on the purple. I'm doing this on the iPad, and sometimes it's just not very conducive to me touching and doing weird things. Yeah, the purple.
Okay.
If it stayed in one spot, they would have, 2 3/4 of an inch of rain in an hour. Bottom line is, it's a very heavy rain producer. It's a severe weather producer too. They've had tree damage. They've had hail, and this is all with a bigger storm. Well, here, that's not what I want to do. So let's come over here. See, this doing weird things on the iPad. We have an area of low pressure that, is roughly like right here.
Okay, where that kind of empty spot is.
Yeah, where the arrow is. And that is going to be drifting over here this afternoon. So we're heating things up right now. We're making it unstable. we are going to see the dew points, which are in the 60s right now, they are going to be climbing up into the 70s. That's like tropical air. It's a lot of moisture in the air. That's unstable air too.
Right.
So unstable just from all the moisture, unstable from some sun on it in the morning. It's hot. And once that low gets here, the storms are expected to go boom.
Oh.
Okay, 9 o'clock in the morning. Hopefully this is right and we've got some clouds filtering in, but still, a little
About
bit of
45 minutes from now.
yeah, hopefully some hazy sunshine. This is what the computer model's saying right now for noon. So noon, hopefully, things are still pretty calm.
So I can go out and get lunch.
Yep. There we go, 3 p.m.
Right when I'm getting ready to
We,
do
we,
sports.
we have some thunderstorms. Any of them could be severe.
Okay.
Heavy rainfall, damaging winds, the biggest threat. But, again, might be a little brief spin-up tornado. Unlike last week when, boom, it all went through and it was gone in an hour or two. This is 3. That's 6. We've got a line of storms at that point from Lansing to Jackson
All the way
into
to
the west.
Yeah, all the way into the state line.
And that is going to kind of race its way through the area this evening. I think, we're going to get to 9, 10 o'clock tonight before the risk of severe weather's gone. So this is going to be an extended period where we deal with this. And then, once it goes by, tomorrow it's going to be hot, it's going to be humid, but it's a quiet day. We could be dealing with more strong to severe storms late Friday afternoon, Friday night as a cold front comes through at that time. So this is what our computer model is saying. That's, anywhere 4 to 8 p.m., some thunderstorms. As you saw in the computer model, though, they're scattered.
Right.
But they're going to be just kind of with us on and off, and any of them could be strong to severe. Next 4 days. Of course, first alert weather day today due to the chance of severe weather. 88 our high. It's going to feel warmer than that with the dew point climbing to around 70. Still humid tomorrow, near 90. Heat index mid-90s tomorrow afternoon. Should be dry, though, tomorrow. Friday starts dry. Afternoon into Friday night, strong to perhaps severe thunderstorms. And then the payoff, I guess, out of all of this is we get that cold front to clear the area. The weekend now, it looks like high temperatures around 80 degrees. Might be a shower early in the day, but most of the day we should be partly cloudy on Saturday.
So I think that answers Marty's question of, is this going to cool us off?
It should
Not right
eventually,
away.
but we've got a few days, there.
Still climbs a little bit between the 88 and the 93, but once the storms
Once we
move out.
finally get the cold front to come through, and that'll be sometime Friday night, we should be able to knock those temperatures down for Saturday, for Sunday, and even next week looks generally dry for us with highs topping out in the 80s. Now, with the threat of severe weather, we asked this last week, and we had a great response. And I don't know if some people know that we do this. We do this. If you go to WILX.com, and we're going to show you this here.
I'm going to have you do it. That's not touchscreen, remember?
Oh, it's not a touch.
That is the one screen that's not
Okay.
touchscreen.
Well, are you sure it's not
I'm
a touch?
positive.
Well, because look
Try
at
it.
I
Try
can
it.
do this.
Try it.
I guess it isn't a touch screen. So how do I get the mouse to work? Do you have to click something or do something? It worked just a minute ago.
Yeah, it works.
Oh, there it is. So you're going to do it. So on our homepage at the very top where it says submit photos and videos,
Right here.
you click on that. Go ahead and click on it. We'll show them what's on there. First of all, you want to submit your dog's picture.
Oh,
that's,
of course.
That's where you do it. And of course, we showed that on the morning news. But on a day like today, send us photos of storm damage in your area. So you submit them on our website. You'll have to click something to say we can use it,
Yep.
sort of thing. And we do look at the pictures. And in days like today, seeing what's going on the ground in different locations it helps us out quite a bit. So
Click right here, this add media button, and that is where you can upload everything. I don't have any pictures to upload, so I can't do that right now. But we do want to say, make sure you do it after the storm has passed and it is safe to do so.
Right. Don't go running out in the storm to do it.
Right.
But, afterwards, if a tree's down or, damage to your house or whatever, because we do look at this, or hail.
Yep.
Last week, there were great pictures of the hail, and we showed some of them on the newscast, too. So, you can
And
do
I
that.
will say, this hail was much smaller compared to what they had over in the Davison area.
Oh, yeah. I
when we
mean,
were
there was, baseballs that fell out of the
Yes.
sky. I mean, that was absolutely huge. But it started here
It did.
as this. And there were some areas, you go through our pictures, there are some that were bigger than that one you just had up there.
You can also submit video, which some people, I guess, don't realize. So here's a video from last week. And this is one of my favorite videos because at one point you see a raccoon running to take
Well, do you blame the
shelter.
raccoon,
No.
So anyway, that's, you can help us out when there is severe weather by sharing pictures and, it
And
helps us
video.
out.
Make sure it's safe. I'm hoping this was taken
Yeah.
from inside the home.
Hope
There's a
so
little
too.
critter.
Well, I don't blame them. I'd be
Yeah.
doing the same thing. Where do you go when you're a raccoon? Under the deck, I
I'm
guess.
guessing. Yeah. So that's how you submit photos and video, and we will use them both on social media, on our website, like you see here, on the forecast. Make sure you tell us where it's taken too, so that we can say in DeWitt, this is the size of hail
Yes.
they're getting. In Holt, it's storming and trees are down, stuff like that.
Yeah, and it really does help us out. So, bottom line today, pay close attention, noon to 9. But really, I'm thinking, 4 to 8 is kind of like the prime window when we could see severe weather. We will have updates, of course, here on the digital stream throughout the day. The First Alert Weather app has updates on there right now. There will be more as the day goes on.
You know what I like about that?
WILX.com.
I like a lot of things about our weather app, but
How
it'll
about,
tell me.
I have to pay her every time she says something nice about the
If
weather.
only. Go get me some Big Me and we'll talk. So it tells you when heavy rain is starting, when lightning has been detected, and it'll say like 1.7 miles from where you're at, lightning's been detected.
And I think the only complaint we ever get about the weather app for some people is it gives them too many alerts. And you can go in if you've downloaded our app and you say, you keep telling me, I live in St. John's and every time a thunderstorm warning is issued in Hillsdale, I get it. You are on the default setting that you get all the alerts we send out.
Yes.
You can go into and customize it and it'll be notifications and you can shut some of them off and you don't hear all of them.
I have it not only for here, but I have it for where my mom is.
Yep.
And where my grandma is, just so because they're east of us, so I can tell them like, hey, this is what's coming your way. So yes, you can customize it so that it tells you exactly the alerts where you want to go. Plus, you can
or the alerts, for you.
Right.
I find it easiest if you just put follow me, and then it will just give you the alerts wherever you are.
And I'm looking at vacation next week, so I'm looking at what the weather's going to be like where I'm going because I want to know.
That's right. Well, let me back this up a little bit, and we can talk one more time about what to anticipate. Why don't we do the hour-by-hour forecast here?
This one? This one?
This one.
This one.
Well, you're seeing, nope, wrong one.
Okay.
This one. Okay, yes, it is this one.
Hey,
My
now.
iPad moves slower than
It
your
does.
feed, and I'm going, no,
And
I'm
that's
seeing.
behind, and that one's further
Yeah, I know.
behind.
It's, technology. Isn't it a marvelous thing?
It's amazing.
So it's kind of smoky right now in Jackson. Again, the next few hours, you're fine. You need to run around, go to the store, do whatever. But, you look out over Lake Michigan or on the other side of Lake Michigan, and already we are seeing.
Even Minneapolis has.
Oh, right. I mean, the
getting out there.
actual storm itself is still way back there. So, we got to wait for this too. Okay. It's a matter of me pushing the pause at just the right point.
There you go.
Hey, there we go. But you can see north of Milwaukee right now, they're dealing with some gusty storms. I would imagine there's a warning out on that one. And the actual low itself that this is all with will be passing over here during the peak heating hours of the day, which is not a good thing.
Right.
So the hour-by-hour forecast, one more quick time. Again, 9 a.m., clouds are coming in. This is lunchtime, maybe starting to see some activity along the Lake Michigan shoreline. Those storms then are here. They're scattered, but any of them could pack a punch. As the afternoon wears on, there are more. 6 p.m., kind of a line of storms just getting ready to race through the Lansing and Jackson areas. Damaging winds, hail, maybe an isolated tornado. And then this is 10:30, everything kind of winding down at that point. So you've been warned about it, folks.
We've been warned. All right. Well, that's what we have to look forward to today. Of course, like Darrin said, we will keep updating everybody on air, online, on your digital platforms here. So make sure you tune in whenever you see that we're on. And
Yeah, and just pay close attention. It starts to, pay attention to what's going on around your house. It starts to get dark and such. You might want to check the radar and see what's coming your way. We will, at least part of the day, have radar and such here on live stream 2 of WILX.com.
yeah, exactly. So if you're watching us online, go to WILX.com. Actually, we can show people.
Oh, you can.
We can. We go back here.
Okay.
Let's go back to our homepage by clicking the News 10. And this might be a little
Live stream, there it
might be
is.
a little inception-y, but we're going to try it. So WILX News 10, that is our primary stream. That is where you can find like Studio 10, things like that when
Our
it's
local
on.
news comes on
Right.
and such on the live stream.
But if you click secondary stream right here,
Which, if you're using our app, you cannot get to. I didn't want to point that out because I wanted to. Hey, I have the app, and I couldn't. Well, it's on the actual physical website.
I am just as upset about
Yeah.
that as you guys are. So we're working on
Yeah.
that down the line. We do have another question. Rusty wants to know, will it help the air quality issue? I'm assuming he's talking about the storms that are coming.
Well, actually, we're just going to get some gusty winds even outside of the storms. We are anticipating the air quality improving as the day goes on. We do not have an air quality alert today, although this morning the observations, I mean, it was worse than it was yesterday morning and a good portion of the day yesterday. So it should gradually improve today is the way it looks.
So this is going to be a little inception-y, but we're going to do it. So this is what the secondary live stream looks like. So if you click,
You got to watch the ad, and then eventually we do pop on.
yeah, I got to get out of that before we do like the
Oh,
infinity thing that
that'd be
happens.
good stuff. Anyway, you can find all our information there. Well, again, the weather graphics will be running. Occasionally, there'll be a weather person with them.
All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. Again, hopefully we answered all of your questions. Remember, this is the only Mid-Michigan station that has live Q&A on Facebook Live and YouTube Live, where you can ask the meteorologist right away what it's going to be doing. Like, is it going to cool us off? Is it an air quality issue?
Yeah.
So no place else has that.
Okay.
Pretty proud of it. All right, well, stay
And
safe.
now back to your regular programming. Thank you for the promo, Crystal.
You're welcome. Stay safe, everybody, and we will see you again at 2 o'clock with our next scheduled update from the First Alert Weather Team.
You'll see us before then.
Yeah, we'll see you before then.